Hello, hello. I'll wait for a few of y'all to get in here. Today, going to be focusing on all 12 signs. So that's the goal for today's reading. Hopefully, I'm able to connect with some of y'all. If y'all want to check out below my services, I offer tarot readings, Reiki healing, distant energy healings. Yeah, so go ahead and check out my services below. And if you would like a personal reading or personal questions, go ahead and check out the description on how to donate. All right. Hope that each of y'all are doing well today. Hopefully, Saturday is treating y'all right. Hopefully, August was a good month. Let's see. So I'm thinking this is going to be all sign readings for September. That's what I'm going to focus on today. What each of the zodiac signs need to know for September. I'm wondering, let's see. I'll be getting started shortly. I just want to get these all updated. Okay. It took me forever to get in here this morning. I don't know what was going on. I'm like, oh my goodness. But I made it. So I'm just updating all of these banners. So I can't see the chat right now, but give me 2 seconds and I'll be almost done. If any of y'all could share, like, what were like small wins or small good things that happened for y'all in August? Okay. Let's see. Small good things that happened in August for you guys. I would love to hear. Okay. I'm almost done. Let's see. Okay. All right, got my banners all updated. Oops. Hi there, Lisa. Happy Saturday. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good as well. Okay. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Approved for your new place. Congratulations. That's a huge win. I love that. I'll share my win. I started back on my walking routine. Also, like, started back like jogging, running. So that's my goal when it comes to like being active and moving. I like really missed it. It was nice for a few weeks to like sleep in, and enjoy the summer just like the kids, but I definitely needed the movement in my life. So that was my win for August. Yes. So typically with these readings, I start off with Aries. Okay. But I think I'm going to start with the last zodiac sign. I think I'm going to start with Pisces. And once the live is over, I will go back and add timestamps. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So if any of y'all are new to my channel, my name is Tony. I'm a licensed Reiki master, tarot reader, psychic medium. I've done over hundreds of readings. So if y'all are interested in my service, just click the link below. I'm also a mental health therapist. So I try to, do a combination of like therapy talk, the tarot, the spirituality, connecting with your inner world, and some therapy tips to help, cope with everyday stressors. So let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to get started with lovely Pisces. We're going to go backwards today. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit wants Pisces to know for September 2025. So the first thing that's coming up for Pisces for me is I'm seeing water. So I think in September, water is going to be really important for you, whether you're traveling somewhere with water, whether you're listening to water to kind of help ground you, or kind of like release any type of like stressful negative energy. Some of y'all could be going on some type of vacation, but water is going to be very important. I know for me personally, like when I take a shower, I like to use that time to not only clean my physical body, but I like to do like shower rituals as far as cleansing like my energy, putting my intentions into the energy of the water. So that's an option as well, but thinking of ways that you can really transmute energy. Taking a bottle of water, infusing your intentions into it. My intentions are with this water to provide me with energy of love, abundance, maybe weight loss, whatever it is. Put it in the water. Put your intentions in the water. It only takes a couple of seconds. And drink it, and know that that energy is going to be flowing through your body. So let's see, Spirit, what messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for September 2025? Okay, Pisces, it's time to get laser focused. My guides are saying for some of you, you could feel very distracted. You could feel very scattered brain, like almost like you're all over the place. My guides are showing me like an octopus, like you only have two arms, like, but you may be just putting a lot on your plate. It also makes me think about Pisces, where are your boundaries? Are you saying yes to all these people and no to yourself? And make sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising. Like your rising is like your avatar or your person. Your sun is more your career, and your moon is like your home life and your internal world. Spirit, what other messages for Pisces? Find peace within. Yes. I feel like for some of you, Pisces, August could have been very stressful, and going into September, you could be bringing some of that stress with you. Know that peace is within, joy is within, happiness is external. So it's your job to find ways to cultivate that peace. I was just talking to someone today about being proactive when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to stress. Doing things that you can be proactive to think about your future self to decrease stress or anxiety is very helpful. So thinking about like those daily habits that you're doing, or what are the things that you could be doing that would add to you versus taking away, especially if you have like a lot on your plate. Maybe scheduling time for rest, but making sure you're taking care of yourself, because Pisces, I feel like September or August just took a lot out of you. So when going into September, you might be starting from like negative equity, or like maybe not that gas in your gas tank. So the first 2 weeks in September, try to find ways to recharge your battery. That's going to be very important, because you don't want to burn out. My Pisces is in my 10th house. So when it comes to like my 10th house career, my status, what I'm known for, especially like on YouTube and getting on live, like with that Pisces in my 10th house, I need to recharge. I need to retreat. That's why it's hard for me to be consistent on here. So, maybe even looking into learning more about your birth chart might be helpful as well. But really making yourself a priority, because I feel like some of y'all are doing so much for other people, and you may not be doing the best with taking care of yourself. Spirit, what messages does Pisces need to know for September 2025? Okay, so we have the moon here. Going into September, there may be some type of energy of feeling confused, some uncertainty. Maybe you have plans or things you're trying to, move forward with, but there's gaps. You're not really sure what the next step is. For some of you, this could be you like listening to your intuition as well. Oh, and then at the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. So, with this High Priestess card, it's a reminder that your clarity is within, not without. So make sure you're not utilizing your confirmation of clarity for external things, and you're really tapping into your internal world to check in with your intuition, check in with your body. Like Pisces, make sure that you are your like main consultant. I notice sometimes with Pisces and boundaries and stuff like that, you can really focus on everybody else's opinion and not really trust yourself with your opinions. So really always making sure that your most important consultant is yourself. We have the Ace of Swords. So Pisces, you're going to be getting some type of clarity coming in here, some type of messages. Could be like a new beginning, a spark of inspiration, but it's really going to provide you with some clarity with the things that are unknown, with the things that are uncertain. So just know that everything is going to work itself out in divine timing. What is for you is for you. I feel like a lot of Pisces really want to just move forward. My guides are saying like, hey, don't pull the trigger. Don't, try to move forward and try to control the outcome. Like it's really important to listen to your intuition and get out of your head. Stop trying to control the situation. It's only going to increase your stress or your anxiety. As a therapist, one thing I ask my clients is, what is one thing in your control? What is something in your control? And what is out of your control? And with this card coming up, Pisces, I feel like for some of you, you could be focusing on how to take action steps on things that's out of your control. Welcome to the live. Hi there. All right. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Any other messages, Spirit? And my guys are just saying, take care of your mental health. If you feel like you need help, schedule some consultations, whether it's with a dietitian, a nutritionist, whether it's a coach, a therapist. Where can you get support, Pisces, with this Three of Pentacles here? Can you ask a friend for help? Can you delegate some tasks? Can you, schedule consultation to see a therapist? But how can you support or find support within your community? So make sure y'all are not doing too much, because September is going to be a beautiful month for y'all to manifest. You have all the tools to manifest, your dreams and your desires and things like that. Nope, I'm on Pisces. I started with Pisces, so Aries will be at the end. But yeah, you want to make sure that, your energy is not drained and depleted, because if so, then just think what you're going to attract in your life if you kind of have like some raggedy energy. So Pisces, September is all about recharging from the month of August. And it's really about finding balance with your time, your energy. Watch those boundaries. And for any of you that are kind of struggling with your mental health or your physical health, maybe it's time for a doctor's checkup appointment, like your PCP, checking in with a therapist. I'm not sure. But yeah, go ahead and make sure you're taking care of yourself. And I'm definitely wishing you all the best, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. Those were some wonderful messages. Now we're going to go ahead and go to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, and this is for your Sun, Moon, and Rising. So your Rising is like your avatar. This is going to be the messages that resonate the most. Your Sun is more career, and then your Moon is more your home life and your internal world. Let's see, Spirit, what messages for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know for September 2025? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I feel like some of y'all could be building something. My guys are showing me like a nail and a hammer. So some of y'all could be building a home, some type of construction. Maybe it's some type of arts and crafts. Maybe you're tapping into some type of like creative energy. Okay, Aquarius, we have let it go. What is it that you need to let go of? Is it a person, a situation, a way of thinking? I know a lot of times with air signs, you can have an increased chance for anxiety and stress, and you can really be in your mental space. So maybe you need to do some decluttering when it comes to your mental energy. Aquarius, create your own luck. I love this. Create your own luck. How? How do you create your own luck? With how you feel, and how you feel is the magnetic energy that you are sending out. So be mindful of how you feel in your internal world, because that is essentially going to create your luck or maybe not so lucky energy. So definitely tapping into your manifestation energy. What other messages for Aquarius? My guys are saying for September, Aquarius, don't move too quickly with making decisions. Make sure you're taking time to pause. If you feel rushed to make a decision, then don't. You have the Justice card here. This is about things working out fairly, working out in a balanced way. Some of you could be dealing with like legal issues, court issues, dealing with lawyers. For some of you, there may be a situation that you're in and you're kind of, wondering, are things going to work out in my favor? And with the Justice card showing up here, I do feel like things are going to be like showing up in your favor. It is going to balance out if things have been out of balance. You're going to get some type of new, beautiful offer coming in with the Knight of Cups. This could be an offer of love, an offer of assistance. But it's something that is like a heartfelt offer that someone is going to be offering you. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. You have the Ten of Cups. This is something that's going to make you feel very fulfilled, something that's going to benefit your family, your home life. My guys are saying that some of y'all are just going to like give out like a sigh of relief. So Aquarius, if things have been like really tense, or you've been dealing with some type of high stress, know that you have a new beginning coming in with the Fool card here. This is something that you're going to be very excited about. I feel like with the new beginning, it's going to be more of the 3rd or 4th week of September, but you could get news of it in the beginning of September as well. Spirit, any other messages for Aquarius? Okay, Aquarius. You might get some type of abundant inheritance in. You might get some type of wealth in, whether it's land that you didn't know that was given to you. There's some type of opportunity that's going to come in that's really going to, my guys are saying, skyrocket your finances. So, if you've had money on your mind, if you've been stressed about money, the things that you can do right now between the end of August into September is your money mindset. Remember, money is just energy, right? And money, you attract in money. You don't want to try to control the money coming in, because you have the Magician card, and Pisces had this as well. This is going to be a very good month for you to manifest and really focus in what you want to attract in. So visualization exercises is really helpful when it comes to manifesting. Remember, your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. So utilize that beautiful gift you have. Aquarius, you're very innovative. You're very cutting edge, very into technology. You could use AI in a way that other people don't use it. So make sure you're tapping into that. And I hope that all the Aquarius have a wonderful September. All right, let's see. Next, Capricorns. So this is for a Capricorn sun, moon, and rising. Let's see. Spirit, what messages for Capricorn? Capricorns, I feel like this is going to be a really big month of networking. If you've been networking your butt off or meeting people, I feel like this month is really, like my guys are saying, it's going to pop. Like, you're going to be meeting new people. You're going to be connecting with new people. You're probably going to be busy, because I got schedule yourself in. So Capricorn, you guys like to work, control. So make sure you're scheduling in time for yourself. Make sure you're making yourself your priority, your sleep, your self-care a priority. Do not make your self-care an option, because Whew. Burnout is real. Burnout is a real thing. Yeah. Yep. Even Ronnie, even with like self-soothing, I teach my clients that like me hugging myself right now, my brain doesn't know the difference between me hugging myself or like a stranger. So self-soothing is a very good tool to regulate your body. Whether you hug yourself, whether you pat yourself on the back, say you're in a meeting at work and you're really stressed, like rubbing your leg, rubbing your hands together, your body is going to think someone is trying to nurture me, someone is trying to make me feel safe, unsafe, or make me feel safe. So if you are wanting to feel safe in your body, physical touch is a great way to incorporate that, um, yeah, in your day to day. Okay. What else, Capricorn? Take action. Yes. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be taking action. I feel like with the Capricorns, like you've been in the background planning, strategizing, and now you're really going to be able to take action in a very beautiful way. Capricorn, what messages, Spirit, what messages Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for September? Knight of Swords, you got some quick sudden communication coming in. I feel like this information is going to be providing with some type of clarity. It's going to provide you with some type of messages as far as moving forward. Maybe you moving forward with a new project, upgrading a project, something that you're working on. Some of you could be doing some traveling as well. Some of you could be moving forward with like a different mindset. I know sometimes Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, your inner critic can be really tough. So that could be something that you work on as well. The way that you talk to yourself, you know, the more positive you are, you create new neurons in your brain, new thinking paths that allows you to create new behavior. So you think the same behavior. You think differently, different behavior. And we have the sun. This is happiness, joy, love. Um, yeah, you're going to be growing. You're going to be expanding with the Three of Wands here. There's going to be a lot of communication, Capricorn, a lot of communication. You're going to have a lot of support around you as well. My guides just said money moves. There's going to be some money that you're going to be making in the month of September. Trust your intuition. Trust your inner world. Make sure you're taking time to either meditate, connect with your inner world. This is the way you protect your peace. This is the way, you know, essentially like your intuition is your roadmap. You have all the answers inside of you. We are all born with gifts. We are all very intuitive. It's amazing because like we come down here as souls, and some lifetimes we don't even use all the gifts we have. Okay, so make sure you're really tapping into your internal world, whether it's journaling, whether it's meditating, whether it's going on walks. Make sure you're giving yourself that stillness and that quiet, because it's definitely going to bring you some new ideas, some fresh ideas, some clarity with the Ace of Swords here. Exactly. Your luck is going to be changing. It's going to be turning. I feel like for some of you Capricorns, this September, you could triple or double the amount of money you're making. Like the amount of money and contracts that you could be bringing in this month. My guide said it could be like a stupid amount of money. I don't usually say stupid. I don't know. But that's what they're saying. They're saying that you could really be making some money this month. So very beautiful. So Capricorns, just make sure you're balancing out, you know, how much work you're putting in, taking care of yourself, prioritizing yourself, focusing on the relationships that mean the most to you. But of course, the most permanent relationship you have is with yourself. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. You don't want to burn out. There's no sense of burning out and you have all this beautiful money and abundance coming in. Okay, so now we're on to Sagittarius. Hey, twin. I'm a Sagittarius sun. Let's see, Spirit, what does Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know for September? Remember, Sun is more of your career. Rising is like your avatar. That's going to be the one that resonates the most. And your moon sign is like your internal world or your home life. Take pleasures in the things that you do. I love that. Sagittarius, I feel like with this card, it's about gratitude. It's about, being thankful for the things and the people that you currently have in your life. When you're grateful for certain things that you already have, just acknowledging that lets the universe know that you want more of that to come in. This is also about being present, being able to soak in the blessings and privileges that you currently have in your life. So as a Sagittarius sun, one thing that I've been doing is like, especially in the morning, like the way you start your morning is like the way it's really going to shape your day. So for me, like it can be easy to wake up and say, oh, I got to cook breakfast for this person, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. But what I've been doing like these last couple weeks is like kind of reframing that and thinking like, oh my gosh, like I have the privilege to cook breakfast for, or I have the privilege of taking care of, like, it almost felt like I was in the secret society of like privilege. And my brain, like I said, doesn't know the difference. So it feels much better than having to just get up early in the morning and do the things, out of obligation, like really focusing on labeling it as a privilege or, being grateful for that. So hopefully that exercise is helpful for some of you out there. Sagittarius, get laser focus. I love this. Sagittarius, for us sometimes being a fire sign, we can get a little distracted. Okay, be a little inconsistent. So, the things that you're focused on, make sure you have like a clear why of what you want to focus on. That is really going to guide your energy where you want it to go. Remember, where thoughts goes, energy flows. So you want to make sure that you're mindful of the thoughts that you pick up. What messages for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, man, just like Capricorn, I feel like y'all are going to have some money come in September. You have the Knight of Wands. This is a beautiful month. Like, follow your passions. If you have a career, a job, whatever it is, and you can focus on like what you're passionate about, what feels good, it won't feel like work. It's really important to find ways to balance your energy in September, because there could be like a fluctuation of your energy. You could be like high stressed or using a lot of energy and then, kind of crashing. Sagittarius, you're going to be ending some type of cycle. You're going to be releasing some type of burden. That could be a person, a situation, a way of thinking. But I think it's a cycle that's going to be ending, that is going to provide you with this star energy. This is wishes being granted. This is like wish upon a star. So really get clear on the things that you want to bring in your life, because I can see that you've been planting a lot of seeds. And when these seeds are in the soil, they're under the soil, it's dark, you can't see them. So it's like you can't really peek and go, are you growing? So some of y'all may be reaping the benefits of some of the seeds that y'all have planted over the last few months. What did I say? 10 of Pentacles. Sagittarius, you definitely have some money coming in here. So, money can come in different forms from different people. And I always say, like, I love when expected or unexpected money comes in. It's really helpful. All right. What other messages for Sagittarius? Spirit, any other messages? Some of y'all may experience some type of past loss. I mean, this doesn't have to be recent. It could be in the past. For some of y'all, it could be some type of grief. There could have been an ending of a relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic, and maybe you're healing from that. It could be bringing up some wounds or feelings of uncertainty. So just remember, when you are feeling fragile, like take time to provide yourself with more self-compassion, validation. Sometimes as humans, we are more negative to ourselves when we're like kind of down and out and low, but really you need more support, more compassion. So, alrighty. Wishing you Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising the best September. Okay, and now we're going to go on to the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Uh-oh, what happened? Let's see. Let's see. Technology is not technology. Hold on. Maybe it's just the stream. Let's see. I just want to make sure that it's clear. Also, anyone that's joined the live, if you can just put in the chat, like, you know, a tiny win or one small good thing that's happened in August, I would love to hear. The more you focus on the good things, in that moment, it releases those happy hormones. And then when the actual good things happen, it will release more happy hormones. So there we go. It caught up. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I have this tea. Okay, now we're starting Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What does Scorpio need to know for September 2025? All right. Let's see. So we have schedule yourself in. I believe Capricorn had this as well, just in case you have that in your big three. It's going to be important to rest, to recharge, be proactive with your self-care. We also have ignite your passion. Maybe some of y'all are going to find some type of creative project or passion that y'all are focused on, whether it's a podcast or spending time with your kids or some type of hobby. Spirit, what other messages for Scorpio? One of my guys said it's time to move forward. It's time to move forward, and the Knight of Swords came out. So you may have some type of swift, quick communication comes in that gives you some type of clarity about how to move forward with the situation. Some of you may have to move forward quickly, whether you're moving from place to place or from one position to another position. There's something that you may have to do quickly for some of you. You have the Three of Swords. So this could be some type of past loss or sorrow, or it could be some type of grief that you're experiencing as well. Three of Swords. Yeah. Unfortunately, Scorpio, you know, you might be reminiscing or reflecting on some type of disappointment from the past with the Five of Cups here. You know, this is like my don't cry over spilt milk cup. Don't cry over spilt milk card. Just because you have two cups behind you. So Scorpio, I definitely want to encourage you to focus on gratitude if you are dealing with grief, if you are dealing with, you know, disappointment from the past. Because with focusing so much on the disappointment or focusing so much on the obstacles with the Seven of Swords here, you know, you could be discrediting yourself. You could be talking to yourself unkindly. But with the Seven of Wands, like whatever obstacles or challenges you're experiencing, you're on the higher ground. You have all the tools and resources to overcome this. My guys just said you're stronger than what you think. You're stronger than what you give yourself credit for. You have the Emperor here. This could be you tapping into this energy. Maybe you're starting a business. This could also be a father figure as well. But this could be you really just taking control of your life, of your situation. Sir, I have a guest in here. Okay, Scorpio, what are we manifesting for September? Make sure you are focusing on your visualizations, focusing on your internal world. Remember, Scorpio, you are not your circumstances. So, just like you're experiencing certain circumstances right now, you don't have to be trapped in your mind. You can, think about, well, wouldn't that be nice if this happened? Or wouldn't it be nice if that happened? So, know that this could be a place of freedom, or it can be like a prison. Some of you Scorpios may be concerned or worried about your household or the foundations of relationships with other people. Um, some of you could be exhausted too, because you have the Nine of Wands here. Um, watch your immune system. If you are feeling a little tired, a little drained, maybe it's time to take some vitamin C or take a mental health day. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself, because I feel like going into September, near the end of the month, you're going to feel like the Queen of Wands. You're going to feel some type of renewal, some type of recharge. You're going to feel excited. You're going to feel very passionate about life. So very beautiful. So that card of ignite your passion could be more relevant for Scorpios near the end of the month. So very beautiful energy. Okay. Lovely Libras. Let's see what messages Spirit has for Libras. All right, let's see. Spirit, what messages for Libra? Sun, Moon, and Rising. What does Libra need to know for September? One of my guys just said, Libra, you can't make everybody happy. You just can't. And I feel like some of you could be almost like sacrificing yourself to make others happy. But it's really taking a toll on your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. The first card you have is Go Deeper. Maybe taking time to yourself, journaling. I think a beautiful thing for you to do, Libra, is take a love language quiz and pick out your top 2 to 3 love languages and find like small action steps to show yourself that love. That is one exercise that I give all my clients, because when you know your love languages and you know how to show up for your love languages, when you attract in people in your life, you're able to identify your needs, you're able to communicate your needs. And then it's the test of, is that person able to love you the way that you want to be loved? So you got to love yourself first for people to really show you that love. Spirit, what additional messages? Ooh, let the money flow in. I love that. Let the money flow in. Oh my gosh, my tea is cold now. So let's see. Spirit is saying there's going to be some type of opportunities that are going to come in. Some of y'all could just like receive a check or receive some money in the mail, and you're just like, whoa, where was this? If any of y'all haven't seen The Secret before on Netflix, definitely go check it out. I remember one summer I used to visualize and say, like, every time I go to my mailbox, there's checks in the mail. And I remember that summer I legit got like random 17 checks. It was just random things that I got money for. So that could be like a good little exercise for y'all to practice. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. My guide is saying like somebody or someone around you is taking up too much space. You good? Okay. Oh, my dogs are here. Someone is taking up too much space, but I'm also getting that you're allowing them to take up space. So make sure you're watching your boundaries. Make sure you're communicating your needs. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. Libra, this is going to be a really important month to focus on filling up your cup. I feel like a lot of you, Sun, Moon, and Rising Libras, your cup may be pretty empty and depleted. I just get this feeling that you're just taking care of everyone else. Tap into that feminine energy, whether you're a man or a woman. Like, everybody has feminine energy, masculine energy. Make sure you're pampering yourself, you're catering to yourself physically, mentally, um, spiritually. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, because you know, like when you see people and they're glowing and they look beautiful, like that's an internal thing, not really an external thing. Libras, you guys need to spend some time by yourself with the Hermit card here. Whether you're going for a hike, whether you're going for a walk, journaling, you really need to spend some quality time by yourself. And hopefully enjoy that time too. You know, quality time is a love language. Maybe you just need some more me time. There's going to be some type of completion. Maybe a certain cycle or something in your life is completed or ending. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing, because you have a Page of Cups here. So you definitely have some good news coming in here, Libra, something that's going to put a smile on your face. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is you just feeling secure, feeling safe when it comes to your emotional safety, when it comes to your maybe financial safety as well, or like your financial abundance. Maybe somebody's gonna come in and help you. Gonna come in and help you and delegate some type of way with the Six of Pentacles here. So, you know, Libra, everybody needs help sometimes. And you know, like naturally humans like helping people. So, you know, if you do need help, you know, you don't want to take away somebody's blessing or opportunity for them to help you. Sometimes that's a good way to like reframe it if you feel like you're a burden, or, you know, you don't want to impose on other people. Like, give them an opportunity for them to fill up their cup, for feeling good, for helping you. All righty. Doing good timing. All right, my lovely Virgos. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see. Spirit, what messages for Virgo for September? Ooh. Open the door. Ooh, Virgo. And it's going to be Virgo season. It is Virgo season. Virgos, I feel like you're going to have some type of new opportunity come in here. Maybe a promotion, a job, a new romantic offer. But there is going to be some type of door that is going to be opening. And I do think you're going to be looking forward to this door opening. Feed your creativity. You know, did y'all know that creativity is a need? Like, I have a whole needs list, like as a therapist, when I'm going through needs with my clients. And indeed, creativity is a need. So it's not just for kids, and it's not just for younger people. You know, as adults, we need to tap into that creativity. Like, I know whenever I'm practicing, like, you know, creative things, like it makes me feel like I'm in a flow of things. So maybe go to Michael's, get you some arts and crafts. Like, you don't have to, like, you know, make a work of art, but something to where you are able to be creative is going to be helpful in August. All right, let's see what we got here. So Virgo, we're starting off with the Four of Cups. You could have some type of unexpected offer coming in. Make sure you're open to it, because, you know, you see that she's kind of disappointed right there, maybe dealing with some type of stuck or, you know, stale energy. And, you know, you could miss this opportunity if you're not open to it. Energetically, sometimes we can block blessings or opportunities coming in. What other messages for Scorpio, Virgo? Queen of Cups. This could be your energy, you just focusing on nurturing yourself, loving yourself. You could have a Queen of Cups in your life. Maybe there's a supportive friend or supportive family member, someone that's just trying to lift you up, somebody that's trying to help you as well. You have the Ten of Swords. Ouch. This is about some type of cycle that's going to be ending, some type of difficult cycle. Maybe, you know, it could be mental, it could be, you know, financially, it could be physically, but you're going to be ending the cycle. And I feel like with Virgos, it's going to be like a sigh of relief. You have the Ten of Wands, and you have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Could be two endings, you know, but, you know, endings brings in new beginnings. Look at that. Whatever endings are coming in are needed because they're not on strong foundations, and it's going to bring more balance in your life, more fairness in your life as well with the Justice card here. And for some of you Virgos, the situation could have felt like a battle, but you're coming out of the battle much stronger, much more resilient, just feeling like much more capable. One of my guys just said, like, I'm that girl, or you're that guy, whatever. Spirit, what additional messages for Virgos? You have the Eight of Swords, so this could be stress, worry, anxiety. The thing is with swords, it's all about mental energy. These swords don't even exist. This is just stress. This is just anxiety. Practice some coping. As a therapist, I talk to clients all the time. How are you coping with the stress? I don't know. How do you know when you're stressed? I don't know. So, like, really thinking about, how do you know when the signs come up when you are stressed? How do you know when the signs come up of what are the things that you do to take care of the stress when it comes in? You want to think about proactive ways to tackle this mental energy, because life is going to life is going to happen, but taking walks is really good for decreasing stress, resetting your nervous system. Doing breathing exercises throughout the day is resetting your nervous system. Yeah, look at this. Thinking about ways to create balance in your life. If anything is super extreme, like big emotions or anything extreme in your life that's throwing off your balance, you just have to find a way to do it. You have the Two of Wands here. So make sure you're planning for success and not failure. And when I say planning for success, it's not just the thing, the goal. You really want to think about making your self-care, how you take care of yourself. You want to make that a priority and not an option. So, all right, Virgo, I hope that you have a wonderful September. Now to my lovely Leos, fellow fire sign. I'm a Sagittarius sun. So let's see. Spirit, what messages for Leo? Sun, moon, rising. Leo. Ooh, Leo, look at this. Support is all around you. Make sure you're asking for help in September. There are people that are willing to help you, give you a helping hand. Speak your truth. I love that. This is about speaking your truth. Maybe this is with a person, a situation, a work incident, but this is about speaking your truth. Maybe before you do speak your truth, maybe take a walk, maybe sleep on it. Be very intentional with your words. With my clients, I always say, like, think about yourself as like a magician or someone with magical powers. When you're speaking over your life, yourself. You want to speak about the things you do want, not that you don't want, because the universe doesn't know not. So if I say things like, in September, I don't want to stress, all the universe hears is stress, right? So focusing on what you do want and not what you don't want, right? So, hi there. I'm doing well. How are you doing today? Leo, sun, moon, and rising. What do we have for you guys? Oh, my guys are saying for some of you Leos, September, you could be on a podcast. You could be creating social media. You could be using your voice in a way that is going to, like, connect with a lot of people. You could be going viral if that's what you're looking for. You have the Ten of Wands. There's going to be some type of ending of a situation, ending of like a relationship, ending of a way of thinking. Some type of cycle is ending. But with the Ten of Wands, it's super heavy. Like, her back is hurting, so you're going to get an opportunity to put this burden or this weight down. I just saw the Devil card. So if you have any fears or anything like that, just remember where your thoughts goes, energy flows. So if you're focusing on fear, it just makes it bigger. Thinking about how you can release the fear. Another exercise that I share with clients, if you are dealing with fear or anxiety or thoughts that you don't really like, write it down on a piece of paper when you're done. rip it out, ball it up, throw it in the trash. It's a really good way to let your brain know that this information does not resonate with you and you're trying to get out of your body. Then I want you to get like an index card or a sticky note and find a affirming statement or affirming core belief that resonates with you more and stick it somewhere. The way to reprogram your subconscious mind is through repetition. That's why affirmations are amazing, because you're hearing it on repeat. Okay. Leo, we have the Lovers card here. You may have a choice to make. You may be focusing on another person or a connection. For some of you with the Ten of Wands here, there could be an ending with a connection as well. But take the messages as they resonate. Let's see. Spirit, what additional messages? Page of Swords. You have some messages coming in. This could be from a younger person, doesn't have to be, but these are the very beginning of the messages as well. For some of y'all could be working out some type of miscommunication or something from the past. Spirit is saying just be gentle with yourself. Make sure you're honoring yourself. If you know that there's a certain person or relationship that no longer serves you and it's only bringing you a headache, choose yourself. That's all I'm going to say. You have the Page of Pentacles. You're going to have some news come in. This is in regards to your money. This is the very beginning of the information, but it's definitely going to put a smile on your face. Maybe it's a check in the mail, but there's going to be some type of opportunity. And typically with Pentacles, like, they grow over time. So even if the money comes in and it's a certain amount, it's going to have the opportunity to grow. You have the Page of Cups, so you have some good news coming in here as well. Leo, the month of September is just going to get easier for you with the Six of Swords here. It's going to get lighter. You've gone from choppy waters and you're going to be going into smoother waters. So Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, know that things are just going to get easier and smoother. Yeah, your luck is going to be turning here with the Wheel of Fortune. So very beautiful. I feel like Leos, y'all are going to have a pretty good month. A pretty good month. Let's see. All right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 signs left. And once the live is done, I'll go back and put timestamps. Let's save my voice last. All right. Cancer. All right. Cancer. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Spirit, what messages for Cancer for September? That's an odd one. Cancer, I almost feel like either you're watching someone or someone is watching you. I don't know. That's very specific, but what else, Spirit? Okay. So we have schedule yourself in and stay positive. So like there were other 2 signs that got this card. Make sure you're scheduling, time to yourself, resting, recharging. Make sure you're not burning out. Stay positive. Cancer, what's going on with your mindset? Is there some negativity? Does your inner critic, is it judgmental? Is it harsh? This is just a reminder. Now, if you're already positive and you have a good inner dialogue, this message isn't for you, but there may be a person or a situation that may be taking you away from your peace. No one can ruin your day unless you allow them to. So let's see. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have the Six of Cups. Cancer, you could be reflecting on the past situation, the past romantic situation. This could be like a nostalgic energy, kind of like reflecting on the good times or the times in the past. Look at that. Somebody from your past could be coming back as well, but with the Six of Swords, things are going to be getting easier for you, just like Leo going from choppy waters to smoother waters. I never noticed that in the card. But yes, things are going to be getting a little bit lighter for you, Cancer. Especially with love, I think you have the Knight of Cups. You have an offer coming in here, a cup of love, a romantic offer. Whatever this offer that is coming in, it's going to pull at your heartstrings. It's going to make you feel special. It's going to make you feel loved. We have the King of Wands. So whoever this person is, male or female, I feel like they are very passionate. They could be a fire sign as well. You enjoy spending time with this person as well. Maybe they're very spontaneous or like adventure. A very, very like warm energy. Let's see. Nine of Wands. Oof. Cancer. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, though. You could be headed towards burnout. You could feel exhausted. You could be feeling irritated. You could feel, stressed. Maybe it's time to take some vitamin C, take a mental health day off, take a few days off PTO, but make sure you're taking care of yourself. Very important. Cancer, you're going to have a decision to make. You're going to pick between this or that, this person, that person. Make sure you're taking your time. Listen to your intuition. See where your intuition is guiding you in regards to this choice that you have to make. My guides are saying, regardless, you're going to make the choice that is best for you. Make sure your choice is based off of what you want and not what others want. You have the Page of Wands. So this is communication coming in, messages coming in. This could be you focused on like a new creative project, but this is really about your passion, your focus. So if you have been like kind of distracted, you could get like a sense of like purpose or vision with whatever you're working on. And you have the Three of Cups, some type of celebration. Cancer, you may be going to a birthday party or a celebration, or people could be celebrating you as well. Very beautiful, Cancer. Let's see who's next. All right, Gemini. Hey, twin. I'm a Gemini rising. So this is for Gemini rising, sun, and moon. Your sun's more career. Gemini rising is like your avatar. That's going to be the message that resonates the most. And then moon is like your home life, internal world. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, Spirit, what messages for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising? Yikes. Some of y'all need to get out of your head, okay? As an air sign, we can think. And we can, have an abundance of energy. Think about how you want to transmute that energy and get it out of your body. You have practice patience. So, as a Gemini rising myself, sometimes it's so easy to be a human doer instead of being a human being. So try to find ways to be more of a human being, find ways to rest and recharge. I'm working on it, but like I love doing all the things, but it can lead to burnout. It can lead to you feeling exhausted. So make sure you're finding ways to recharge. There's something that you're going to have to practice patience with, whether it's waiting for, the interviewer to call you back, or it's a person or a situation, or maybe where you're at in life. I know September for Gemini rising, Pisces is in our 10th house if this is your rising sign. So, there could be like a lot of focus on your work house, your 10th house. Make sure you're keeping balance when it comes to work. If you work in any type of industry where you have like clients or anything like that, you could see an influx in clients. So make sure you're like balancing your energy. Get out of your comfort zone. Very nice. Some of you Geminis could have an opportunity come in. It could be an opportunity that is like outside of the box. Maybe you feel like a little uncomfortable, like, I don't know if that role is for me. I don't know if I'll be a good fit. But if the opportunity comes to you, then the universe must feel that, you're a good fit for it. All right, Spirit, what messages for Gemini? Okay, Gemini, we have the Four of Wands. So September is going to be a really big month of focusing on your household. Maybe you're going to be doing some spring cleaning. Maybe you're going to be doing some organizing, throwing some stuff away. Maybe organizing your space. There's probably going to be like some type of celebration in the home. Maybe you or someone in your home is going to have some good news or something to celebrate as well. Gemini, this is also going to be a really good month. Like, increase your self-care, like really pouring into your own cup, whether it's physically, whether it's emotionally. Let's see. Spirit, what additional messages? You have the Seven of Wands. So any type of bumps in the road, any type of obstacles, Spirit is saying you're going to be on the higher side. So there are solutions, there are options. I always like thinking like there's option 1, 2, and there's always like a hidden option. So really thinking about your options in September is going to be important. Some of y'all could be focused on a connection. It could be a love connection, a friendship. But I feel like there's some type of harmony when it comes to this connection, when it comes to partnership. Maybe both of y'all are going to have like little bumps in the road, but y'all are going to be like a team and support each other. Oops. Okay, Spirit, what messages for Gemini? We have the Six of Cups, so there could be an energy of like nostalgic, like just focusing on the past, reminiscing on the past. Maybe you're cooking some good food from the past, something that makes you feel at home, especially with the Four of Pentacles or the Four of Wands. You're going to be ending some type of cycle. I feel like whatever the cycle is, you're over it and you're ready for this ending and you're ready for a new beginning. My guys are just saying level up. I feel like for a lot of Geminis, especially Gemini risings, there's going to be a level up when it comes to a career, especially with, I think Saturn's moving in Pisces or retrograding. I can't remember, but either way, your 10th house, your career house is going to be like the focus. So yeah, if you've been working hard, if you've been disciplined, if you've been focused, Saturn is that planet that comes in and it gives really good rewards. So Gemini, make sure you're resting with the Four of Swords here. I think September, like maybe be more intentional with including more rest, including more self-care, more face masks, more naps. Okay? Prescribing more naps. Okay, any other messages? One of my guys said that Geminis, you're going to be in for a surprise. There's going to be some type of surprise, some type of announcement that you're really just going to be smiling from ear to ear with the star card here. So maybe something that you've been manifesting is coming in. So make sure you're getting clear on your manifestation, because if you're not clear on who and what you want to attract in, then, you might just attract anything in for September. Okay. It was nice seeing you. Thank you. All right, Gemini. So I hope that you have a wonderful September. Go ahead and comment below. Let me know how September goes for you. Come back to this video. I'd love to hear. We got 2 more signs left. Now we have Taurus. We have Taurus and Aries. So let's see what messages for Taurus really quick. And once I'm done, you can go ahead and check the description box if y'all had any questions y'all want answered on how to donate. Let's see. Spirit, what messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Interesting. Shift your money mindset. Okay, Taurus. Shift your money mindset. Are there some outdated beliefs about money? Like, you have to work hard to earn money. Maybe you need to replace that with something like, attracting abundance is easy. I had seen this creator on TikTok, and she said that whenever she gets stressed about money, she'll say something like, there's always more money. And like, when I tell you, I've been using that and it just feels really, really good. So maybe looking into a money mindset mantra that resonates with you. Trust in your intuition. For some of you Tauruses, maybe you're struggling with trusting yourself. Another thing that really is very counterproductive is when people ask other people, like you ask this friend, you ask that friend, you ask this friend. The first consultant you should always go with is yourself. Meditating, journaling, you want to have a good, strong foundation of your why and like which way you want to go or what's important to you. Because when you ask other people for their opinions, they're coming from their lens and their experiences. Okay, so Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles coming up here, Taurus. I feel like in September, the month of September, your finances could be increasing or growing in some type of way. The people around you as well, I feel like they could be very supportive. Some of you could be going back to school, getting some type of certificate. Some of you could be thinking like how I want to invest in myself moving forward. We have the Nine of Swords, so this could be like stress, worry, anxiety, doubt. Going back to that, trust your intuition. This is all mental energy. So think about ways that you can, transmute this energy out of your body, whether you walk the energy out, you talk the energy out like therapy, sing the energy out. Singing and humming activates your vagus nerve, which resets your nervous system. I feel like for some of you Tauruses, like your immune system could be impacted. So maybe taking some vitamin C, make sure you're out in the sun, getting a little bit of sun, or maybe resting, but thinking about ways that you can recharge. Because the Nine of Wands is just saying that you may feel like tired and beat up. Okay, we have the Three of Wands. So this is growth, expansion, your ship's coming in. So I love this one. Some of you could be traveling as well. All right. What other messages for Taurus for September? We have the Hangman here. September is going to be really good for introspective, like time, thinking, contemplating. This is really like you connecting with your internal world because, there is some type of resistance when it comes to trusting yourself. Whenever I'm working with clients and they struggle with trusting themselves, two things that I suggest is one, giving yourself permission. Like I'm giving myself permission to do this task or to do that task. Another thing is making little promises to yourself. And when you do those things, celebrate yourself because whenever you say you're going to do something and you show it for yourself, it's just one of those things that really meets your needs. So that could help with building trust as well. Some of you could be like kind of in your head with anxiety or stress with the Three of Swords and the High Priestess. There could be some type of feeling torn between your head and your heart or between what you want to do and what others want to do. Like I said, if you go outside of yourself and ask people their opinion, it may kind of It may kind of make things like more confusing. And you have the Hierophant. You're going to have some type of official offer come in, signing on the dotted line. For some of you, it's like getting married, getting engaged, a new opportunity with the job. But there's something official coming in here. Let's see. Yeah, so Taurus, it's going to be really big for you in September to spend time, with yourself, maybe taking yourself out on a solo date. But the Hermit card is really about, going within. So maybe this is going to be more of a introspective month, like going in internally versus like being like, out and about. All right. Last but not least, Aries. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Okay. Let's see. Spirit, what messages? Ooh, Aries, start fresh. So September, Virgo season is going to be bringing in a new beginning for you. This could be a new mindset, a new belief. Spirit is saying like almost like you're just unlocking a new level with that start fresh. Ground yourself. It's going to be really important to ground yourself in September, whether, it's taking walks, spending time in nature, practicing some mindfulness. Because if you are feeling like kind of ungrounded, it can be hard to tap into your intuition. It can be difficult to trust yourself and really hear your inner voice. Remember, anxiety is loud and your intuition is like a whisper. So really, September, Aries, is going to be important to find ways to regulate your nervous system if you are dealing with like stressful situations. Yeah, look at this. 4 of Swords. Rest, recharge, self-care, naps, taking care of yourself, putting your phone on do not disturb. You have the Sun card here. I feel like the more you recharge, the more you pour into your cup instead of other people's cup, it's literally just going to just increase your battery. So I love that. Yeah, fill up your cup. Ace of Cups. There could be some type of new beginning coming in. For some of you, it's a love connection. For others of you, it could just be like a new love for yourself, a new appreciation for yourself with this card here. My guys just said neglect. Are you neglecting yourself or neglecting your needs and focusing on others? September is going to be a good month for you to really tend to yourself because you have 2 new beginnings coming in with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So definitely you're going to see some type of increase in your money in September as well. I feel like September is going to be a very fair and like balanced month overall. So make sure you're doing your part and taking action to stay in balance. You're definitely going to be celebrated. Maybe you're celebrating your new promotion. Maybe you're celebrating other people. But there is definitely going to be some type of celebration, some type of cake. Aries, is really going to be a time for you of change and transition. So make sure you're like nurturing yourself. You're treating your body kindly. You're speaking to yourself kindly because sometimes when we do have change or transformation, it can kind of shake up our foundation. It can shake up our nervous system. So make sure you're just, practicing some self-care. We have the 10 of Cups. So this is like happy home life. This is like fulfillment. You can get some good news in that impacts your family life, your home life, your finances, just overall your foundation. I feel like Aries in September, you're going to feel more secure, whether financially or emotionally, and it's going to allow you to move forward, whether it's moving forward with an opportunity, with a person. You could be literally moving or traveling, but this is like some type of forward movement. My spirit guides are saying like you have the green light to go. So very beautiful. Yay! That's everyone. Yes. Hello, hello. There we go. But yeah. But if any of y'all are interested in my services, definitely check out the link below. I do have a few slots for tarot readings. I offer distant healing Reiki. I'm a licensed Reiki master. Also a mental health therapist in the state of Texas and Idaho. But yeah, y'all have any general questions when it comes to spirituality or mental health? Um, but I've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. You're so welcome, Ronnie. Thanks for joining. Definitely trying to get more consistent with getting on here, but like I said, I try to recharge. Like sometimes this is really recharging when I'm doing the readings. Like I love it, like connecting with my guides and stuff like that. I pulled out all my old decks. Like I'm so excited about that. Like decks that I haven't used in a long time. So that has been nice. So hopefully there'll be more readings on the channel if I have the energy. But definitely looking forward to September. I think September is going to be a good month. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm glad you caught me today. Yeah. I always tell people just turn on your notifications because I randomly get on live. I'm trying to be more consistent, but yeah. Catch me when you can catch me. I'm trying to figure out what's a good time for people, like the evening time. I just was like, well, it's a random Saturday, so. Because I used to go to like a psychic fair and I would just sit there with like other psychics and tarot readers and people off the street would come and I really enjoyed that. But, you know, ever since COVID, everything is pretty much virtual. So now I get to connect via internet. So. But yeah. Hi there, Sarah. Anything about the world and politics? Um, let's see what Spirit has. I'm doing good, Sarah. How are you doing? Let's see. Spirit, what you got? So my guides are saying as far as like the world and politics, they're showing me almost like a rocky terrain, kind of like the Grand Canyon. There's a lot of shifts. There's a lot of what word? There's a lot of shifts in the rocks and the ground, which can feel very uncomfortable. But my guides are saying, especially with the age of Aquarius, things need to be shaken up from like the old way of thinking so we can, kind of go into more of a new way of thinking. A really good book is The Journey of the Souls by Michael Newton. It's on YouTube. It's an audiobook. It's free. It's really helpful with explaining the soul's journey because sometimes we can just focus on this physical vessel so much. But I mean, we've had multiple lifetimes. Like this isn't our first time being here. So when you're able to understand or have that perspective of like this is just the avatar that we have this lifetime, it kind of helps, because I know sometimes with politics and the world, it can come off and it can be like really harsh. It can be really heavy with your energy just watching the news and terrible things happening. Um, let's see. What are the message, Spirit? Yeah, it's almost kind of like with the world and politics, it may feel like we're regressing, but sometimes you have to go back a little bit to skip forward. Um, but we're in the age of Aquarius, that is technology, that is innovative. If I'm not mistaken, is it a feminine energy? But there's going to be, like they're saying, there's going to be a lot more people in power with more of the feminine energy, not necessarily saying it has to be a woman, but there is an imbalance between the feminine and the masculine right now. But they're saying everything's going according to plan. If politics in the world and the things that you're seeing disrupts your internal world, try to find ways to like self-soothe and like, take care of yourself, because sometimes, that programming can really be harmful. Oh, but I know it's tough. Like as a therapist, I always have people come in and, politics really stress people out. Really do. Yeah. Seven of Wands. It can almost feel like you or a group of people against the world. Um, but she's on the higher ground. So any type of obstacles or anything, like, uh, it's gonna work itself out. It's gonna work itself out. There's just gonna be chaos in the midst of it. Let me see. Spirit, what messages for Sarah? Okay. Sarah, I'm getting a yes. I am getting a yes, more mid to end of February. Yeah. But like we are all spirits having a human experience. Like all of these messages that I'm saying, like they're not coming from me. They come from my guides and to you all. So we all have the capability of connecting with spirits, whether it's automatic writing or tarot or using a pendulum. Um, yeah, we all have gifts. So hopefully each of y'all are able to tap into your gifts. Oh, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Let me see. But yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed the reading for all the signs. I really enjoyed it. Once the live is over, I'll go back and put up timestamps. Um, I'm gonna try to commit to doing lives at least once a month. Like I'm gonna try to do it at least once a month. So maybe the next one will be uh, for the next month, or maybe twice a month. We'll see. But yeah. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna go recharge and go get me a snack or something. I'm quite hungry, but it was such a pleasure connecting with you all. I truly appreciate y'all joining the live. Definitely wishing y'all all love and abundance. I hope y'all take care. Oh, okay. Also have crypto major cash. Right. It was nice seeing you, Sarah, and nice seeing you, Ronnie. Y'all take care. I'm about to sign out, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.